Resupply.
I don't know how I survived that. I don't know. That was the ride on it. Oh boy.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
New mag.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds. This is Pelican 1. I have visual on the extraction zone.
On a support weapon.
Pelican 1, landing in progress.
We good?
Yeah.
Pelican 1 preparing to extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
I got the super samples.
Democracy
We did it.
prevails once more.
We did it. And behind is a freaking twice baked potato over there.
It's funny.
But I was just like, is he gonna die? No, he's just gonna,
Keep on screaming.
just gonna keep screaming.
Welcome aboard, Helldiver. We can never have too many heroes fighting for peace.
26. Can I buy anything with 26? Let's see.
Oh, we did it.
Liberty is victorious once more.
Oh, I might be able to get. I can get the atmospheric monitoring, but I can get the XXL weapon.
Lamb 66 torture.
I need so many orange samples.
Yeah, same. I still need about 1,000, I think.
There's. Do you have the?
Max out at 20? No, right?
The what?
The pink samples, can you only hold 20 at a time?
100 at a time.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah. But the pink ones are really no. Those are not the problem. The orange ones are the ones because there's so many that you need.
Do you have the enhanced combustion
Enhanced combustion.
chip module? It's under.
Yeah. Yeah, I have that.
Was that the last one in that set?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't want to call it here. I'm gonna go
I
start
think I'm
working on
going
that
to as
cake.
well.
Oh, some good diving.
Yeah, we got some stuff done.
Some really good dives.
Yeah.
I'm at 590 super sale. For the super crew. Yeah, thanks guys. Sorry,
you.
sorry.
Oh, it's alright.
Oh, it's all good.
Buffy is alright.
Yeah, it sounded like it. But thanks for. Yeah, we're gonna try to make this a Thursday night thing or Friday morning thing.
Mm-hmm. If you're staying this late, then yeah, I can definitely join. But
Maybe.
depends.
I'll probably be able to join some Thursdays, others.
Yeah, same.
All right, but yeah. So, yeah, we'll start 12:30 or so standard time, and then if, I mean, Bo, if I know you're joining, then I'll.
12:30 Eastern time would have been 3.5 hours ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine for me. Wait, is it 3.5 hours ago? No, that can't be.
Yeah.
What is it now?
30 is 3.5 hours.
Oh,
No, it was 6.5 hours ago.
6.5 hours. Yeah, I thought so.
That's West Coast stuff. 3.5 hours ago would have been midnight my time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's this 10. Yeah, that's fine. I think it's fine for me. But yeah, some I'll join, some I won't. I will probably just chat on this for whenever.
I'll send out a reminder.
Yeah.
All right, Bills. Have a good night.
Thanks for the games. Yeah, have a good night.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Take
Allied destroyer has left squadron.
All right.
Allied destroyer has left squadron.
Okay, everybody's left. All right, let's. Oh. Let's launch some. Switch my. Did not. Did that change it? I gotta. So, thanks for hanging out. Capture. Atlas. We'll let that load. And I will be right back as we're loading in. Thanks again for hanging out. Not mean to take this ship out for so long, but I'm glad glad we're able to run into our friends. So I am here. iron spot is super good. But we gotta fix our pick. I did not mean to take the ship out for so long. Yeah, usually Dink and I just play for a few hours and that's it. So that fixes. Oops. But I like this iron spot because it's all the way at the top, and if you dock your ship right here, you can just step it down. Step down the side and then got a crap load of iron. Here we go, we're climbing. Uh-oh. I don't think we can switch it fast enough. Ooh. There we go. Well, yeah, that was a good session. We got a lot of super. I always think it's so funny how many animals are like way up the top of the map. See if we can catch this little. Hey, Jeff. Oh. Hey, Ben. Thanks. Oh, thanks for the resub. Got it. How have you been? I was wondering about you the other day. I hadn't heard from you. He's doing good. I don't know. I have this. So I have a really boring job where I sit at a machine and silicone parts. for a living, which is nice because I can listen to music and playlists for the stream and stuff like that, but my mind does wander because it's pretty boring. And yeah, and then every once in a while I'm like, oh, you know who I haven't heard from? And yeah, you were on that list. Oh, I hope they're doing good. I haven't heard them. But thank you for resubbing. Oh, that's wonderful of you. How have you been? What's going on? I've been pretty good. This is the first time I've ever checked Shipwreck out. I haven't played on this server before. I've been having a blast, actually. I like it a lot more than I expected to. There's a rhino up here. And this deployment, I want to get better at the sword and shield combat. So we had a little bit of sparring back at the base where this is ding ding. I'm so glad I finally put that in there. That's such a good sound. I got one for the Hunt Showdown shovel bonk. Well, there's people recruiting, I know that. But then I also know some people that are excited to kind of be on their own and casual about it. Yeah, I got one for the shovel bonk of Hunt Showdown. There you go. Gotta re-edit it. I have had the distinct fortune to be Blue Sales Group, which is Bounty Hunter. And Dude Boy Orc Boy got me invited. Second Sons, which I guess there's some part of the decent chunk of the dev team. Which has been cool. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the freaking like the dynamite. Yeah, we gotta I write that down. Let me on sounds. Write it down, and then that increases the likelihood of it. Drastically. You remembering to do it? Could take one. Could take one. Yeah, how far we can. I love the pirates on this. I went on the edge, I leave. I'm messing with that. Go back to being civilian. Well, there's tons of groups out there. If you want to be in a group. Dude Boy Orc Boy got me invited to this bounty hunting group. It'd been great, and then he promptly got addicted to a different game altogether. So it's funny, like it's how nice it would be to get all your friends. If all your friends could be hooked on the same game at this time, you know? Bo and I are famous for doing that to each other, getting each other hooked on a game and then fucking off for something else. We do that pretty regularly to each other. We freaking give each other the bug. We'll give each other the bug for a game. He did that to me with he got me hooked on Atlas, and then the season started to die down. There wasn't as much interaction, and he found something. Hey. But it's great how in the gaming community, like it's kind of just understood that you'll wander off from each other from time to time, and you just pick up being best buds on a different title, like 6 months from now, 6 months away. So we're just. Well, this is the first time for me being in a big group, which is cool. Or bigger group, which has been cool. And I got some scooping up. Yeah, this group has been pretty good, and like I describe myself as a recovering extrovert. So I used to struggle quite a bit with social. Got a lot better, but but still, everyone, I can only do like crowds for so long. So these guys are great because they just like they're fine with me just like hopping on a ship and just wandering off. Oh yes, sure. So well, the thing is, part of what brought that on, this got loud. Part of what brought that on was me quitting drinking. I didn't realize how much of those types of stressors I was. And I was also in a really bad fog. So recovering from that, I'm like, all of a sudden, like I couldn't kick it with group. There was a long period of time. I'm a lot better at that stuff. What actually helped out a lot was But yeah, it's weird and it's super hard to explain to people who haven't, who have, who haven't dealt with recovery, that you lose certain things. Yeah, other things. But it's like, you know, like my whole family and friends structure didn't like all of a sudden I couldn't really socialize that. You know, coming from, you know, a chef that's opened half a dozen restaurants and a bartender that used to be like, you know, the center of action on a Friday or Saturday. People don't expect you to be shy all of a sudden. Wolfie, how you doing? But yeah, so people that haven't gone through don't necessarily. There are certain things you can't do, and I have, and then other people don't. Like I have a hard time if I'm gaming with somebody and I know they're drinking, I'm fine. But if they start slurring their speech, start showing signs they're inebriated, then like I start unconsciously being, you know, remind all the ways of this, all of them, but a good standard few of them. So it's weird to like a lot of people I've explained that to. Oh, it's pretty good. I've been having a lot of fun. Got a shield. The crew that I've been hanging out with, they've been really nice to me. Nice to Walter. Workshops. Yeah, I mean, I can't really do it. Oh, that was one of the things that burned me out in the hospital was, you know, I was one of the few people that was trained in the crisis desk down in the ED. And working overnights, I was constantly dealing with people coming in off the street, and it was pretty much a holding tank, you know? I mean, like somebody comes in, you need to psychological, somebody comes in and they're high on drugs or they're drunk and they're making you know, suicidal or homicidal statements. You got to wait till they're sober to evaluate them. You can't give them a psychological assessment when are still intoxicated. All right, let's go up here. I want to make a shitload of ballista bolts. This is a good island for that. But yeah, so you know, I would have to like, you know, I would have to be the bruiser that was like, no, you're not going anywhere until you sober up, you know. And I had all the patience in the world for people that were coming in still high on drugs, but like once they were drunk, I was very good at keeping drunks. That was part of the thing that was burning me out on that. Plus, it wasn't my station, you know, and I got no extra dollars to be training people in the department. All that fun corporate stuff for. But yeah, yeah, I just don't have. And I mean, I was a door guy and a bouncer forever. Like I used to have all kinds of patients for, I've worked St. Patrick's Day, little Irish pub that I helped run for 7 years. I was the door guy for every St. Patrick's Day, and we were on the same block, on the same street, on the same side of the street, even of the biggest Irish pub and the Irish tavern and all of Seattle proper. So St. Patrick's Day was quite an adventure. An adventure I called "Don't Get Punched and Don't Get Puked on." Let's. They're still alive. That's good. I guess it would be. But yeah, I mean, I did have a patient bite me. That was freaking. Like the bite itself was very, very incidental wound. Very, very. Not a big deal. Now, all the tests they run on you when you get bit in the hospital as a work-related injury. That's the fun part, you know. You think waiting for your own STD results is nerve-wracking and into some shady shit. Wait till you're waiting psych patients as communicable disease results. It just bit you. God. That was definitely a few of these gray hairs went in that night. For sure. Oh, so how the storm's been, Ophi? You guys, how much is left in hurricane season? Oh, nice. But yeah, I used to have all the patience of a saint dealing with drunks. working the door, being a bartender. But once I quit drinking, I was like, there was really, that was a really challenging stage of my life, especially, recovering from drinking, like not being an alcoholic anymore. And the fact that I was recovering from PTSD from being burned meant that I couldn't work in kitchens, and I had 25 years of experience as a chef. And then, quitting drinking meant that I couldn't work in a bar or be a bouncer. I had like 15, if not 20 years experience doing both of those things. And if you're wondering how I wound up with 50 years of hospitality experiences, because I've always had a couple, like at least a couple different jobs going. So, and a lot of the times we'd work multiple jobs on a Friday or Saturday night. So sometimes I would close down a kitchen, throw on a security sweatshirt, and start checking IDs. But yeah, that was rough and then dealing with like a bunch of social anxiety, and having most of my work experience be like hospitality, and like, in busy, crowded situations. So I got a cool little job. It doesn't sound like a cool job, but I thought it was. We started working in housekeeping at the hospital. That was pretty good. For a little while, I actually worked at the factory that I'm at now. I worked there for a little while. Then worked for a screen printer. And, but yeah, then started working at the hospital in housekeeping, which I actually thought it was pretty good. I can see not a lot of people liking it, but for where I was at in my life, to have a job where like people would just leave you alone and celebrate you if you did a job, it was awesome. And then like having like being around people, but not like, housekeeping's one of those things, kind of like being a busboy. Oh, this isn't one. Housekeeping it's like you're not really seen. So some people you talk to, but for the most part, especially in the evenings, I could just get away with really being like low contact with people. So that was really good for building up my like distress tolerance for socializing. And streaming's helped a lot. Streaming's awesome. It's like all of my favorite parts of bartending without any of the booze or drunk people. I don't know. Maybe there's some drunk people I don't know about in slurping the cocktails. Maybe that explains some of the typos. Oh, and Jeff, congratulations on Friday. I know it's not easy. Like one of the hardest jobs nobody will ever pay you for. Got to get that shit out of the way before. But yeah, it's been a wild ride for sure. But yeah, it's definitely one of those things that people that haven't gone through those kinds of changes don't necessarily know what you lose by. But I mean, you certainly gain a lot back by being hooked on stuff. I don't know. I don't miss the drinking. I definitely, from time to time, I miss smoking herb. Definitely, every so often, I freaking catch a whiff of cigarettes, and I'm like, oh man, I could only just have one. Although I know I can't. I know I would boom, because oh. But I know I can't mess with cigarettes. I would go from zero right back to like a pack. I can bite my fingernails just thinking about it. But definitely better off without all that stuff. I'm definitely envious of people that can use that stuff recreationally, but definitely cannot. So this island is like the perfect scenario for making ballista bolt. And we're gonna be putzing around. Because there's ample metal. Oh really? See, I don't crave the drinking anymore because I know it would. I don't know. I was really close to rock bottom when I know it would ruin my life. Started it up again. 30 years. Congratulations. Oh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you're somebody that's on the upper spot. Well, good. Yeah, like the booze, like drinking that one. I just know for me to start up again would just. I don't know. I think when I quit drinking, it was definitely not enjoying it. So it's like any fun that was any fun that habit had was. Well, I mean, it wouldn't kill me right away, but it would definitely. Definitely pull me back to a place I definitely don't. But oh, that's good news. That is good news. We do have a. I know you said that you're close to your cap in Discord. We do have a section to our Discord. Then you're welcome. Post pictures of fatty pot roasts too. How you doing it? Crock pot or oven? Okay, cabbage is like the one vegetable I don't. Oh yeah, yeah. I got a crock pot. Just the tip that was here earlier. He was talking to me about Instapot. Where did I get the mythos? Oh, the air fryer I love. Yeah, my oven doesn't work. My range works, but my oven doesn't really. And like I live by myself, so like having like I have like a kind of like a toaster sized, a toaster oven sized air fryer. I can fit like frozen pizzas in it, stuff, which is good and really good. I like to freaking fire some pierogies in there. It's nice because it heats up nice and fast. It doesn't make my whole apartment freaking sweaty. Cake. My friend Bahani, who we were just hell diving with, he's baking a cake today. I don't know anything about steaming cakes. 30 years in kitchens, I fucking suck at baking stuff. Like, can't be bothered to measure things. Measure. Measure. We're not measuring. Oh, interesting. Oh, now we're over encumbered. So ballista bolts are wood, fiber, and we have all three of those ingredients like here in abundance. Oh, I know that feeling. Crash and burn days. You just crash and burn. Oh, I'm glad I unwhistled him. Yeah, he would have been. And then we're gonna need we're looking to make. I fire my bucket in here? A grappling hook. Yeah, there we go. Oh shit. Missed that sound. Well, yeah, maybe it will. I don't I don't know that trait at all, but wait. It's always when you expect it to be want it to be quiet. All right, next we want to fill this wag. I like the way that they do the. I like the way they do the. I like those bells in this game. Oh, another one of our Florida people. Angel, how are you today? I'm doing okay. What? enough stuff. Oh yeah, that's how it goes. Sure, our bear isn't getting over. But yeah, we're doing great. We just hung out with Dip and Bahani playing some. And now we're make a bunch of ballista. Busted on. No Brimbrasso though. Yeah, we took off on our gathering ship and now we know next Thursday. Off on a ship. Okay, we'll be here. Appreciate it. See. We get to this. Got plenty of. My boots. Bolts. I don't understand the two large masses. Oh, what are you doing? Pain in the butt bear. Where's it not letting me? You're disconnecting? So yeah, we want to make 1,000 of these things. There it is. Florida man's here. What up? What up, Ben? How are you? These guys. Limestone we have on our internet. I'm not gonna work. Maybe you need to make that foghorn your alarm clock. Let's use up our hide. Hmm. Well, let's fix our... It's this for... I mean, does it even count as waking up if it's not announced? We were doing a little hell diving earlier, Ben, with our friend Bahani and Ip and Dink. Dink unfortunately had to go because his dog got into something. But luckily he had the medicine that he dog got into. What are you talking about? Us? Us? What do you mean lost? What do you mean lost? Never lost. I don't know what you're talking about.